Raphael Warnock is an American pastor and politician serving as the junior United States Senator from Georgia since 2021. A member of the Democratic Party, he assumed office on January 20, 2021. Warnock was the senior pastor of Douglas Memorial Community Church until 2005, when he became senior pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. He came to prominence in Georgia politics as a leading activist in the campaign to expand Medicaid. Under the Affordable Care Act, Warnock defeated incumbent Kelly Loeffler in the runoff in Georgia's 2020-21 United States Senate special election on January 5, 2021. The same day, fellow Democrat Jon Ossoff won the runoff for Georgia's other Senate seat against Republican David Perdue. Warnock and Ossoff are the first Democrats elected to the U.S. Senate from Georgia since Zell Miller in 2000. Warnock is the first African American to represent Georgia in the Senate and the first African American Democrat elected to a Senate seat by a former state of the Confederacy. Warnock was born in Savannah, Georgia on July 23, 1969. He grew up in public housing as the 11th of 12 children born to Valine and Jonathan Warnock, both Pentecostal pastors. His father served in the U.S. Army during World War II, where he learned automobile mechanics and welding, and subsequently opened a small car restoration business where he restored junked cars for resale. Warnock graduated from Saul C. Johnson High School and, having wanted to follow in the footsteps of Martin Luther King Jr., attended Morehouse College, from which he graduated cum laude in 1991 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology. He credits his participation in the Upward Bound program for making him college-ready, as he was able to enroll in early college courses through Savannah State University. He then earned Master of Divinity, Master of Philosophy, and Doctor of Philosophy degrees from Union Theological Seminary, a school affiliated with Columbia University. In the 1990s, Warnock served as the youth pastor and then assistant pastor at Abyssinian Baptist Church in New York. While Warnock was pastor at Abyssinian, the church declined to hire workfare recipients as part of organized opposition to then-Mayor Rudy Giuliani's workfare program. The church also hosted Fidel Castro on October 22, 1995, while Warnock was the youth pastor there. There is no evidence Warnock was involved in that decision. His campaign, during the 2020-21 United States Senate special election in Georgia, refused to say whether Warnock attended the event. In the 2000s, Warnock was senior pastor at Douglas Memorial Community Church in Baltimore, Maryland. Warnock and an assistant minister were arrested and charged with obstructing a police investigation into suspected child abuse at a church-run camp. The charges were later dropped with the deputy state's attorney's acknowledgement that it had been a miscommunication, adding that Warnock had aided the investigation and that prosecution would be a waste of resources. Warnock said he was only asserting that lawyers should be present during the interviews. Warnock said that he had intervened to ensure that an adult was present while a juvenile suspect was being questioned. In 2005, Warnock became senior pastor of the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, Martin Luther King Jr.'s former congregation. He is the fifth and the youngest person to serve as Ebenezer's senior pastor since its founding. Warnock has stated that he will continue in the post while serving in the Senate. As pastor, Warnock advocated for clemency for Troy Davis, who was executed in 2011. In 2013, he delivered the benediction at the public prayer service at the second inauguration of Barack Obama. After Fidel Castro died in 2016, Warnock told his church to pray for the Cuban people, calling Castro's legacy complex, kind of like America's legacy is complex. In March 2019, Warnock hosted an interfaith meeting on climate change at his church, featuring Al Gore and William Barber II. In July 2020, he presided at Representative John Lewis's funeral at Ebenezer Church. Warnock came to prominence in Georgia politics as a leader in the campaign to expand Medicaid in the state. In March 2014, Warnock led a sit-in at the Georgia state capitol to press state legislators to accept the expansion of Medicaid offered by the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. He and other leaders were arrested during the protest. Warnock also actively campaigned for Georgia Democrats to increase outreach to low-income communities. In 2015, Warnock considered running in the 2016 election for the United States Senate seat held by Johnny Isakson as a member of the Democratic Party. He opted not to run. From June 2017 to January 2020, Warnock chaired the New Georgia Project, a nonpartisan organization focused on voter registration. Warnock supports expanding the Affordable Care Act and has called for the passage of the John Lewis Voting Re.